The end of August is here, September is around the corner, and for most of us, that means our summertime is coming to an end. But I promise that it's not all doom and gloom. It might be fair to say that throughout the summer, your goals took a bit of a backseat. Maybe you lost sight of your structure and your routine, and September and the autumn time can be a fantastic opportunity to get those things back in place and finish off the year strong. So today, I want to give you my 4 best ways of getting back on track after the summer, and these can even be used if you're not getting back on track but you want to get started with something. Maybe you just really want to finish off the year strong, you want to achieve something before we reach 2023. These principles are really going to help. Number one is to use the end of the year mindset to your advantage. Realistically, we've got about 4 months left of 2022, and you might reflect on 2022 as being a huge success, or you might reflect on it as not being such a success so far. But the beautiful thing is, wherever you stand, you've still got 4 months. 4 months you can do a lot in 4 months, right? Like if you were to start a health and fitness journey now and commit as much as you possibly could, you could really transform the way that your body looks, your health is, your mindset is within that time frame. Is it enough to achieve all of the goals that you have within your health and fitness? Perhaps not. It depends on what goals you have, but you can achieve a significant amount within 4 months. And you might think, well, Elliot, December's coming up and I celebrate Christmas. That's still 3 months. You can really change the course of your life in 3 months. Can you change your life? That's questionable. But can you change the course of your life? Absolutely. So use that to your advantage. It doesn't matter how 2022 has been so far. Take advantage of September, take advantage of October, November, December, and do what you can so that when you get to December 31st on 2022, you can reflect on this year being a success. What happened in the first 8 months doesn't really matter. What's important is to take advantage of the present moment. You have 4 months to go. So if you want to achieve something this year, start right now. Don't leave it any later. Start now. And if it's too soon to start now, start tomorrow, but don't leave it too long. Take advantage of the time we have and it will really pay off. And that brings us on to number 2, which is to set some new and exciting goals. Perhaps you've been looking to achieve something in these first 8 months of the year, you've made some decent progress, but perhaps it's not as exciting as it once was. Of course, if that's something that's part of a really big long-term picture, you can progress with that. Maybe you set some shorter term goals in between that excite you, that get you moving, that get you wanting to achieve them essentially and want to work on those things. And maybe if not, maybe if you spent the first 8 months of the year focusing on your work perhaps, and now is the time to focus on your health and fitness, place some achievable but also aspirational goals that you can work towards. Get excited about it. It's really exciting and really enjoyable to achieve results. So set some goals, get an understanding of the actions that need to take place in order to achieve those goals, and go after it and be excited about it. Look towards what you are going to be or what you can create if you achieve those things, and start to think about it, start to manifest it, and most importantly, start to work on it. Number 3 is to align your plans with your partner, your friends, or your family, and maybe you can even tackle these goals together. Perhaps you had some individual goals, but a family member wants to jump on board with your health and fitness for the remainder of the year, and you keep each other accountable. Maybe you have individual financial or health and fitness goals, and you discuss with your partner to put some goals together. Maybe they're not even in those areas, but they're regarding your relationship. But when you bring people into your circle, you have extra accountability, you have extra support. It can be super powerful. And I can only see benefits from having someone alongside you who supports the goals that you're working towards. Maybe they don't align, maybe they have different goals, but at least if you both know, or all of the family members know, that you guys are working towards something specific and you can support each other in all these different ways, it can be so powerful and so helpful. And it can also soften the edges a little bit. It doesn't mean this is not going to be challenging. It doesn't mean that the things that you need to do are going to be easy, but it takes the edges off them a little bit. It just makes things a little bit more manageable. You might do it a little bit more with a smile on your face versus feeling like it's just hard work all the time. So if you can get your friends involved, you can get your family involved, you can get your partner involved, absolutely do it. Number 4 is to go at your own pace. This is a big mistake that a lot of people make in January. They get to January 14th, they look at everyone around them who have already made 2 weeks of progress, and they feel like a failure. They feel like they're behind already. But what they're not realizing, and they're missing the bigger picture here, is that we're 2 weeks into a 52-week year. It doesn't matter whether you hit the ground running and go immediately, or you build your way up. The most important thing is you go at the pace that suits you. For some people, hitting the ground running, just taking a stand and going after it on day one can be a really, really helpful thing to do. Other people need to kind of tread the water slowly and just build themselves up into a sustainable place. But whatever approach works for you is the one to go for. Don't look around at what other people are doing. Kind of reflect on previous endeavors in certain other areas and reflect on, was going all in a really good option for me, or was building my way up a better option for me? And maybe start there. And maybe if you're thinking, well, building up is not getting the type of results I want to get, maybe you step up the pace a little bit. Or maybe like, okay, let me hit the ground running. If things feel a little bit unsustainable too quickly, then maybe rein things in a little bit. But the most important thing is that you don't just think about the short term. You don't think about, okay, what's the best approach for September? We want to think about October, November, December, and also into the following year if that's how long your goals span. But the most important thing is that you do it at your pace and no one else's. So those are my 4 ways that you can get back on track this September. There is so much of the year left to take advantage of, and I want you guys to take advantage of it. And I want to hear about all the things you achieve. And when you get to December 31st on 2022, you can look back on this final stage of the year and say to yourself, I did the best that I could, and I'm proud of the efforts that I put in. That's what I want for you. So take no more time. Let's get after it. At your own pace, of course. Take care, team, and I'll speak with you all very, very soon.